We will now pause this conversation first and make way for a report on what exactly happens in the conclave. Let's watch this.
It's a centuries-old ritual involving sacred oaths by the cardinals electing a successor. The conclave is shrouded in secrecy, with cardinals forbidden from communicating with the outside world about what happens or what happened as they choose the Catholic Church's next shepherd behind the frescoed walls of the Sistine Chapel. St. John Paul II rewrote the regulations on papal elections in a 1996 document that remains largely in force. Pope Benedict XVI amended it twice before he resigned. Benedict most notably excluded the vision that a pope could be elected by a simple majority if voting was still needed. Benedict decreed that a two-thirds majority is always needed, no matter how long it takes. He did so to prevent cardinals from holding out for the 12 days foreseen by John Paul and then pushing through a candidate with a slim majority. Current regulations notionally limit the number of electors to 120, but popes have often exceeded that ceiling. This year, there are 133 cardinals under the age of 80 that are eligible to vote. How are the votes taken? A first ballot is held in the Sistine Chapel on the afternoon after the initial Mass. If no pope is elected, over the ensuing days, 2 ballots are held each morning and 2 each afternoon. The ballots are rectangular pieces of paper with space for a name on top and with the words Eligo in Sumum Pontificem, or I elect a Supreme Pontiff. Each cardinal makes his choice, folds the paper in half, walks to the front of the chapel, and declares, I call as my witness Christ the Lord, who will be my judge, that my vote is given to the one who before God I think should be elected. He then puts the ballot on a tray and tips it into a receptacle. 3 designated cardinals, known as scrutineers, check each ballot to see if it is filled out correctly. Each name is read aloud and counted, with the results announced to the conclave after each round. If no one gets the needed 2/3 of votes, the ballots are pierced with a needle and thread, then knotted and placed on a tray, and another round of voting is prepared. After the ballots are pierced, they are burned in a cylindrical stove at the end of the voting session. Black smoke from the Sistine Chapel chimney means no decision. White smoke signals the cardinals have chosen a pope and that he has accepted. Chemical cartridges are added to ensure there is no confusion over the color. To produce black smoke, a cartridge containing potassium perchlorate, anthracene, the component of coal tar, and sulfur is burned with the ballots. For white smoke, a cartridge of potassium chlorate, lactose, and chloroform resin is burned with the ballots. Bells also are rung to signal the election of a pope for further clarity.
Annuncio vobis gaudium magnum, habemus papam.
The new pope is introduced from the loggia overlooking St. Peter's Square with the words, Habemus Papam, or we have a pope, and his chosen papal name. The new pope then emerges and gives his first blessing.